Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR, and here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Friday, the 15th day of October. Here we go. Here's an interesting one today. There is a custom out there in the world. I think people call it a double ring ceremony at a wedding, and basically the idea of it is that when the wedding takes place, the bride gives a ring to the chassan. The chassan, the groom, gives a ring to the bride, and the bride gives a ring to the groom. That's done well, let's get right to the point here. For an Orthodox Jewish wedding, Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal says that that's not appropriate at all. Dating all the way back to biblical times, the ceremony of a wedding is that the husband, the chassan, who's about to marry his kala, gives her something, like, it doesn't have to be a ring, but something of value, and with that she acknowledges that she wants to go ahead with the whatever it is that's taking place. That happens when he gives her that item, like the ring or something like that. But the lady does not give anything to the man for him to acknowledge that this ceremony is taking place. That's how it's always been since Hashem gave us the Torah. Rav Moshe says that when people want to just do things the way the people around them do, non-Jews, and say, well, I'll give you a ring, you give me a ring, he says that should not be done at the wedding ceremony. It could invalidate the entire ceremony. You'd have to speak to your rabbi about whether it really, does damage to the actual ceremony that's happening. He does add that if the bride wants to give a present to her chassan of a ring, that is allowed, just not at the wedding, not at the ceremony. You can give whatever present you want to anybody, usually any time. There are exceptions to that too. But basically, a bride is allowed to give a ring as a present to her groom under Orthodox law, just not at the wedding. That's the point, because at the wedding, the way it's supposed to be according to Orthodox Jewish tradition is that the man only gives something like a ring to the bride. That's how it's supposed to be. So says Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal. And then he adds, and this too, not everyone would be happy with, but he says anyway, a true Orthodox person really allows usually stuff like ring wearing that you leave to the women. That's kind of an adornment that ladies usually wear, and he doesn't suggest that, or at least a lot of poskim don't suggest that Orthodox Jewish men should wear rings anyway. It's not as serious a prohibition, but it's just his suggestion that a good regular Orthodox Ben Torah leaves the ring wearing to the ladies, and the man doesn't do that. Hope nobody's offended. That's your law for today. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.